Yes.
So, generally, you guys are a very consistent bunch, but like usually Wednesdays is when more white belts show up because Gordon's usually here. So I was planning on keeping it a little simpler. Like yesterday, it's, Tuesdays is usually more upper belts, but today's more upper belts, so that's great. We're gonna go. I'm gonna be on bottom. We're gonna do Mount Escape. So the theory is, right, you want to escape from this position. Now, a better position for you, right, is here, potentially putting them in closed guard. Now, the problem with that is this is still a relatively neutral position. 2, I'm on bottom. 3, I haven't scored, right? And potentially now it's just going to be a stalling match, right? Where, he got his mount points perhaps right now. I put him back in closed guard, but maybe he doesn't care because he's up 4 points, right? And he has less incentive to really work hard to pass my guard, right? And we might be here for a little bit, right? He can run the clock on me, right? So what we want to think of is escaping and getting into a position where we can immediately go on the attack, on the offensive, and start to put either points on the board or submissions attempts on the board, right? So from here, basic elbow escape, right? I want to get my elbow framed inside his knee, right? I can have my other frame on his hip, right? Post my heel to my butt and get this foot on its side, and then I want to start to move here into this position where I can get my knee in front of his knee. From here, ideally I want to either step on him or move my foot to the inside, right? And start shrimping the other way, right? To get this knee out, presumably. But right here, as soon as I turn my hips, I'm essentially in a half guard, right? From here, and he might still be thinking I'm trying to escape to full guard, so he might not even recognize the fact that we're moving through half guard. And the point of that is that if his knee is still down, I have the opportunity to put both feet on the outside of his knee, clamp around his thigh, and then go right into a quick John Wayne sweep or a knee lever, right? And then end up in the top position and get points on the board for reversing the position, as opposed to just going to guard and then, getting into a more neutral position but not putting any points on the board. So instead of going full elbow escape to full guard, do that half elbow escape to half guard and then reverse him, and then now you're in an offensive position. You're starting to put points on the board. So from here, get this foot flat, get my leg under his leg, trap it here. Once I'm here, I shift my hips. My feet are already on this side. I'll step one foot on top of the other, pinch around his thigh, grab his arm, and then just turn my knees to the right and get a quick sweep off of that. Okay, so instead of going full escape, halfway through my escape, I'm gonna turn it into a sweep, hopefully catch him a little bit unaware of the sweep, right? Because most people are thinking, oh, he's gonna put me back in guard. Both my feet are on the outside. I'm just gonna quickly turn my hips, pinch, grab this arm so he can't post, and then I'm not trying to bridge heavily. I'm just trying to pinch and turn my knees to get his hips to this side. And then I can follow him. And then as soon as I'm here, I switch my hips and take this knee off the floor so he can't do the same thing to me. The prerequisite for that sweep is that his knee on the inside of the half guard has to be on the floor. If my knee is down on the floor, he does the same thing. He turns, and he can roll me over the same way. Right, so as soon as I get on top half guard, I want to make sure I'm not here with both knees on the floor. I turn my hip and bring this knee off the floor so he can't do the same thing to me. So once I'm to the other side. So I'm here, I got my elbow framed inside, turn my hips, I bring this leg in, I catch his foot. I'm here, I immediately turn my hips this way, step one foot on top of the other, pinch, grab his arm, turn my knees, boom here, and make sure that I finish with this knee, outside knee on his hip, inside knee off the floor, and now I can start passing on the top. That makes sense, guys? So, so as soon as you start escaping, immediately go on the offense and try to get the sweep. Let's try that. We're at 3 claps. Yep. 1, 2, 3.